So one of the questions that we frequently get is, why should I pay sales tax and what could happen if I'm caught not paying sales tax when I'm supposed to? And the answer, unfortunately, is that quite a lot can go wrong. So let's just start with the basics. Let's say you're found in an audit and you had an excess and you're supposed to be collecting and remitting. What can happen? Well, first of all, you're going to owe all of that uncollected tax plus penalties and interest. The penalties and interest can vary depending on how long you owe tax, but usually it's going to be somewhere between 20 and 30% of the tax due. However, the uncollected tax is where it's really going to hurt the most. See, if you had an excess starting 1 or 2 years ago, all of the transactions into that state for that period of time that you are not collecting tax on, you now need to pay the tax yourself, whereas you could have been collecting it from customers. Something that's really important to know as well is that if you do not have a permit, there is an indefinite period of time. They can look back pretty much forever in terms of their look back period. If you have a sales tax permit, they're usually limited in looking back at your data for 2 to 3 years, so long as you've been filing and paying correctly. But if you don't have a permit, they can go back to the start of your business. So let's say you had an employee in a state that you hired a decade ago and you haven't been collecting sales tax, you could owe sales tax and have to pay all of that uncollected tax out of pocket from the beginning. And this could be hundreds of thousands of dollars or even millions, depending on the size of your business. Another thing that can happen is the state can put a lien on your property. And this isn't just business property like your inventory, it can also be your personal assets like your house, for example. So imagine you have a lien on your house and you go to sell it, you literally can't sell the house, or I guess you could, but then the state's going to get paid one way or another. Another thing that can happen is that it can totally throw a wrench into your plans to sell your business. A lot of business buyers and brokers are getting a lot more savvy when it comes to sales tax, and they're asking for you to prove that you've been paying all of your sales tax obligations correctly. And so they're going to come in, do a nexus analysis, ask for where you have permits, when you started paying tax, and proof of all of the filings and returns. And if you can't do that, what we've seen is that they might not really take issue to it until the last moment, right before close, and then say, oh yeah, remember that sales tax stuff? Yeah, we're going to need you to lower your sale price. So there's so many things that can go wrong. And the thing is, it doesn't take too much to get sales tax right, as long as you're working with a team of experts who really know what they're doing. And that's what we do for our clients all day, every day. We make sure their sales tax taken care of so that you can eliminate the hassle, stress, and risk of sales tax.